at Deep Creek.
There she goes, butt shot.
Yeah, there I go. Well, everybody's pretty lame and sore today, so we all decided let's take the four-wheel drive and go out there. Sorry about that, Rex.
It's not stuck yet.
Not yet.
We see the high tide mark.
And Jerry thought she was on Daytona Beach because she just put the pedal to the metal. No, it really was a nice trip.
Well, if we're going to start down here,
So off to work we go.
Okay.
Hi, Ayla.
Hi.
Got your shades on this morning, huh? You ready to work? Good.
Okay.
What did I tell you? Okay. That's what we're looking for, a little dimple. Nothing in there?
we'll watch that one.
Now remember in the picture just before this shot, I showed you the clam digging down with his foot. Well, this is what he's doing right now. So you have to dig on the side towards the beach, or the water rather. Because as he's moving down, he can move down 6 inches per minute. And you don't always get them. You having a tug of war or you haven't found them?
Found them yet. Found them, but...
Pull, pull, pull!
Got a hold of his neck. My shirt's getting in there now.
Oh, well.
That is neck.
Well, now you can see what happens when you get the neck and they're pulling away from you. So you have to break their suction. All right, well, you know what they look like, so we'll all get to work digging.
Yeah, so I can get a picture of what they look like.
Here's the crew heading back, washing their buckets. We've had a gorgeous day. Bob and I got our limit. I think they said they've got a little over 100 or so, but they did much better than yesterday. And the tide's coming in. We've got a long way to go back with the vehicle. Okay, that's Mount Redoubt out there. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. So those of you who didn't get a chance to come down with us, here's some of the scenery and the day we have. You can see there's not much digging mostly. I better go. The tide's coming in pretty fast.
It's time for a coffee break and a little bit of chow before we head in, and then the work begins, cleaning it again. One more day of it. But it's worth it. Look at some of the benches here, the rock along the beach here where it's eroded. There's actually coal seams. Lots of coal along here. Find it all along the beaches. Anybody who wants to burn coal, hey, just come down and shovel it up. Big chunks of it. All you can ever want, for nothing. Price is right. Devastated the beach where we all got our limits, just about. Plenty of clams.
Here we are on our way back. A lot easier than carrying the buckets. A little rough though. Right on the beach. No comments, girl, huh? Nah.
Watching the eagle.
A couple of eagles on the beach. They must have a fish there or something, huh?
It's got something.
Do I have to talk to this camera too?
He's got something. The front one's got something here.
Mommy,
Toward us, honey. Closest toward us.
Eagles everywhere, especially down on the water's edge. Picking apart a fish or something. There's a lot of halibut carcasses dumped in the bay here. They compete with the seagulls for scraps. Picture of a couple tourists getting a picture of an eagle. We've all seen eagles before. Boats out here. Guy right there is an eagle that's he's only about a year and a half old. It's 2 years before they get the full colors. They don't have this bright white head. Fighting over fish scrap. The eagle, he's a scavenger too, just like the gold. How he's doing here, but he's kind of
Okay, we're back here now. We've been cleaning the clams. And there's Bob going to show you how to shuck it.
What's that hurts?
That's the very first step.
there's a crab coming out.
I'm glad they're not complainers, aren't you?
And a crab in the shell.
A lot of meat in that clam. Okay. That's the first step in cleaning. And pick up that shell with the crab in it so Bob can take you afterwards. Hold
The
that.
rest of the crew is working away too. This is day number 2.
And Robin's learned how to touch them. Oh, I already did that. Okay, this is how you clean the clam. Take the scissors and you cut up the ruffle, up the neck, cut the neck off. And you split the neck open again. Take this, cut it that way. Drop the foot. Got this part here. And this is the foot. And that's the thing that digs down. Split that. And that's all the manure and the fat and stuff. You just take your scissors and you
No, I am.
clean that all off.
I didn't say that. What do you think? Why are you being mean to me?
That's all that flavoring that you don't really want.
your mama.
We make a soup with that.
Yeah.
It's back in the ocean. These are Pacific clams. You don't see them on the East Coast.
Then you wash it and you have to pull this off here. And then you just...
I eat my cheese.
Oh, my hand's slippery.
For what?
But you clean it all off. No.
Give him a name.
You're afraid he's gonna pinch you, huh? Because he's such a big crab.
We'll call him Jasper, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is another process we're going through.
Almost the last one.
We're grinding ours to put into the canning jars. Use it mostly for chowders and clam pie. At this end, Jerry's got her canner already going, and she's waiting for the pressure to build up.
Let's do the clams in the bucket for us.
And what you do is you bring it to 10 pounds pressure and you hold it there until an hour and a half. And she's doing it on her Coleman stove.
Yes.
So these are all ready to go into my canner, which I'm going to do tonight.
All right. All right. Well,
This is June 4th, a little after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been working at the clams. We've got them all cleaned up. And we found out the king salmon fishing starts tonight at midnight. And look at how these campers have come in. It really was nice the few days that we were there. I don't know if I can pick out Jerry. Well, they're down right in that area there somewhere. Can't quite pick them out. But it ended up we had campers right next to us. Anyway, they're going to be on their way to Homer Spit tonight. Bob and I are going out camping somewhere else, and I'm going to can my clams there.
Where eagles fly. They're flying all around us. This is maybe the only couple, 3 miles south of Deep Creek. Stopped here to camp for the night. Doing some canning. It's just one of the prettiest areas around. Fantastic. The wind is blowing like heck. The Kenai Peninsula. Clamming just a little ways from here this morning. Bluffs are being eroded pretty fast by the ocean. People have land for sale in all these areas. A lot of it's disappearing. Some land for wanting to get off the bluff. Wind blows here all the time. About as pretty.
Ten past 9 in the evening. When I say we left, Jerry and Robin and Roger about 5 o'clock. And I've canned on the stove in the camper. And this is the final product. Now this is all ground up clams. And they're still hot, and they're still snapping. And just come out of the canner.
Snapping and sealing.
Sealing, well. Yeah, I guess you're right. People don't can. They don't know what the snapping means. But anyway, that's the final product. Whether you have pieces of clams or ground up clams. And it's a good, satisfying feeling. It's June 5th, Saturday morning. We've driven down to the Homer Spit. And we're out on the spit now. It's a 5-mile section of road that goes out to the ocean of Ketchikan Bay. The tide is out. We're going to go dig some smaller clams, steamers. I don't know where Jerry is or Robin and Roger, but it's supposed to be down here somewhere. Well, we just dug our clams. You can see the people way off in the distance there along the edge of the water. They're digging clams. We've got quite a few. These are the cockles, you call them, Bob?
Yep.
Steamers or whatever. They're good for steaming. And this is a lagoon here on the spit. You see that fish jumping? Somebody's got one. There's the guy got one. I think it's him. But anyway, the kings are in here, and this is what the tourists come for. And they can fish in the lagoon here.
Here's
What?
we call cockles.
Okay, that's the kind of clams we were digging. So
Real hard shells. Yeah, they're good tasting clams.
they are. They're tender. And really
Plus they're easy digging too.
yeah. So anyway, we'll continue on down to
That's what
the
you call
spit.
combat fishing.
Yeah. See? Just all the way around that thing. And the wind is blowing. That's why I'm taking it from inside here. Okay, let's go on. Salty Dog Saloon. It's a unique saloon. I guess it's like a lighthouse at one time. This is almost at the end of the Homer Spit.
Looks like it's been there for a while.
Yeah. Tourist attraction.
A lot of them are on here.
Sorry about the crack in the aerial, but the wind is blowing so hard out there we can't really take pictures outdoors. Okay, continue on down the spit. Really just tourist attractions down through here. Because there's plenty of them, but mostly they all want to go for the fish. People can camp right along the spit here. There's a fishery, seaweed fishery, and a lot of the workers will camp right out here too. A lot of groups here. Maybe that's all the workers in the fishery. There's actually a fish processing place in the cannery. Lots of that wind. We're at Portage Glacier, and this is the glacier out further out there in the mountains. This is all the icebergs that have come off the glacier, and they claim it's one of the fastest receding glaciers in Alaska. And look at all the icebergs over this side. I can't take the picture outdoors because of the wind. So what we're going to do right now is go out there and get some ice for the cooler. And it's a beautiful, beautiful area. Sorry about all the spots in the windows, but those are bugs. Squished bugs.
What are you going to use the ice for?
What are we going to use the ice for? Hopefully we're going to get some hooligan. We're going netting for hooligan. We left Homer about 12 o'clock. We stopped for a quick lunch, and we've been traveling ever since, and I think it's probably around 5:30 right now. It's almost 200 miles that we've traveled. So let's go down and see if we can get some ice. It's a little nippy out here, and the wind is blowing, so I'm going to take some pictures, but I won't be able to say anything. Getting ice in the cooler. This is an information place. There's good movies, and they got ice worms in there. Real ice worms. But we're not going in today. There, I already got the cooler full. Glacier ice is really clear.
Doesn't last long enough. This stuff here don't last very good. Big enough chunks.
That's the glacier itself right there. Right up in the mountain. And the reason that the glaciers reflect the blue is actually they absorb all the colors except blue, and that's what's reflected back to us. See some of the dirt? That's probably the glaciers that come, the dirt that came from the glacier. Some of them are really, really blue. This is a different angle of the Portage Glacier area. You actually can take a boat tour out there. There's all that glacier ice and lake ice. It's over where we first came in. And if the wind's blowing the other way, all the ice is down towards the glacier. There is a cruise boat right by the glacier. Can't quite see it.
Yeah.
Well, this is where we're camped tonight at 20 Mile Creek. This is just a road area coming in. And I'm going to walk down and watch Bob dip netting for smelt. But I don't know if the wind's going to be blowing or not, so I may be just taking pictures. Let's go. Well, here's Bob down here. I just came down. He's been here for a while. He said he's probably gone about 20 or 30 of them. He hasn't kept track. Look at that fantastic scenery. Hey, got two in there. It's all right. Okay, let's go take a look at them. Hey, here they are in the bucket. My gosh, he's right. He probably does have quite a few. And that's called hooligan, smelt, candlefish, and how do you say the other word?
Eulachon.
Eulachon. And the Eskimos used to use that for oil to burn. They used to dry them, and they'd be oily. But they're real good tasting. I mean, anybody likes smelts, they just fry them up real crispy. They're really good. So we had steamed clams tonight, so tomorrow we'll have fried smelt. Maybe some even for breakfast. Oh wow, that's gonna be a good night.
We're going to have a 5-gallon bucket for long.
Well, we got a couple of neighbors that would like them too. We don't have to clean them for them.
Oh, why not?
If we have the time. It's better of rain, but still windy. And I gotta go back to my canner. It looks easy, but it really is very hard to do. It's very tiring. It's very
It's a lot easier than salmon.
well, yeah, it is easier than salmon, because salmon are really heavy, but it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's hard on your back, more than anything else. But anyway, we're getting them. That's great. Come down here, Kenai Peninsula, and we got about 40, well, let's see. I gotta think, 34 and 16, about 50. 50 pints of clams canned. We've got the steamers. We got a bucket of steamers yet. We've got these guys that we're going to have to clean tonight. This is our vacation, believe it or
A
not.
relaxation.
Yeah, every muscle in my body aches. And on these flats out here, it's not recommended to go and walk on them way out, because it's like a quicksand, and it's, you know, the silt from the glaciers. And people have been known to get stuck in them, and when the boar tide comes in, which is a wall of water out in this area, it comes in anywhere from 1 foot to 6 feet. And Bob and I have seen it one time. We were at dip netting just like this, and all of a sudden this 2-foot wall of water comes right up this river. Well, anyway, I gotta get back to my canner.
Well, here we are the next morning. Then went out dipping till, oh, just about midnight last night. And I ended up with another 5-gallon bucket. Which is great. We're really running good. But before that, get done with the first bucket there, and the wife come down. She said, oh, I want to dip too. So I said, okay. So she took my pole, she got on the rock, and started dipping and didn't get nothing. And so that's why she's mad at me. Because I told her, I said, look, there's a boar tide on the other side. And she looked over there on the other side, and the water come up around her knees. She didn't realize the tide was coming in. And she blamed me.
They're all wet.
Yes, what?
My fingers are all wet.
Well, that's your own fault. You're supposed to get out of the way. What do you expect when a boar tide comes in?
You're a meanie.
I told you the boar tide was coming in.
I was being nice to you, so you warm up. And you let me get wet.
So I guess I'm an official photographer and,
And fish cleaner, because I cleaned 150 yesterday.
well, you're not even going to help me?
I might.
Well, just try. Be nice.
I'll try.
Well, she did start helping me clean them, so she felt sorry for me.
Oh, yeah.
But there's two different looking fish here. One that's smooth skinned and one that's got the very coarse. But the female's very smooth skinned.
Look at the eggs.
Okay, it is. That's the reason they're in here. They come in to spawn.
You can see the difference. Well, she's smooth though. She's slippery and smooth.
Yeah,
And
here with him.
he's coarse, drier. Yeah, I felt sorry for him.
Another half an hour we should have this licked.
It's cold out here too.
Yeah, doggone cool.
Boy, I can't wait to get home where it's going to be warm.
Yeah, it's a nice warm. The final step. She volunteered.
Well, that's always my job, isn't it, washing them?
Oh, that's the fun part. The hard work is the catching them. Getting out there and standing out there in the cold water with a net.
Yeah, somebody has to have fun while the other ones work.
With the wind blowing and it's horrible out there. You don't know what you don't have to do. You're
Well,
lucky.
I was in a nice warm camper.
You were lucky.
Yeah. As we're traveling along the Turnagain Arm, come to this one area. There's some mountain goats up there. People don't seem to bother them. We've gone through Anchorage. This is Fireweed Lake. Look at the camps. It's got float planes, not camps. They're beautiful homes. Just, park your plane out front. There's only a few of them all the way around the lake. There's a float plane just about in front of every house. One of the means of transportation here. Ralph and Linda have a plane, and sometimes they fly to work. They work at the airport. They just fly into work. Well, going to visit them now, hope they're home. Those all inches? 4 or 5 inches?
Yeah,
Wonder what it's hauling. Maybe coal?
probably coal, looks like.
Well, I won't take the whole train, but we're on the Glen Highway heading home. And we had to stop. It's the first time we ever had to stop for a train here. This is Kings Mountain. We're about 65 miles out of Anchorage. Headed down through those mountains. Real pretty. This is the Matanuska River. Starts at the Matanuska Glacier, which we'll get pictures of. Real pretty country. Give you a little ride here on the Glen Highway. forested country. A few rain showers over the mountains. The Matanuska Glacier. At the beginning of the Matanuska River. It's a real gray, milky color. It's not always smooth going. Sometimes we have problems. Got a clogged fuel filter. Bob didn't have an extra one, so he just took a needle and poked holes all through it.
And we stopped at Cousin Henry and Marsha's place in Copper Center. They're retired school teachers, just kind of enjoying life. And we're right on the Copper River, which right now is kind of normal height. Some years though it's been flood stage this time of year, and they had bank-to-bank water, but it's a little bit low this year. Wrangell St. Elias Park is right across here, so they can look across at times. They've seen grizzly bear and moose, a little bit of everything across here on the other bank. In fact, the salmon come up this river too. In fact, they're probably out there right now because Henry used to put a fish wheel in right out here. Won't be long. Be fishing out here too with the wheel. Somebody will. Well, let's go in.
Here we are at the Moet B&B. Except no more B&B, right?
No.
No more.
Maybe next year or the year after.
Yeah.
Possibility.
We say that every year.
With our new additions.
Greenhouse down there in the garden. And they go and pick up their grandchildren, so swings for the grandchildren. Rhubarb grows everywhere in Alaska. This is their garden, June 7th, and it was about 45 degrees this morning. And down here they can't raise cucumbers and tomatoes out in the garden, even though they're about 180 miles south of us. So their garden's a little bit later than ours. And they put their plastic around their plants, the delicate squashes and stuff. The view of the house. on the side. We should call this the front view.
Already took it.
Oh, you did? Oh, well. Get your opinion and my opinion, right?
This is back in Unit 13 on the Richardson Highway. This is the area of the Nelchina caribou herd. The herd numbers, probably 40,000 animals anyway, and a lot of caribou's taken in this area. And some of our true sportsmen up here, if they can't shoot a caribou, well, they look around and find the next best thing. You'll find a lot of our road signs shot up like that. So some real true sportsmen. And here's another part of our Alaska, part of our heritage, I guess. Some of the old trapper cabins, you know, people lived in many years ago, and come up and homesteaded some of this land, and probably died in this area, and probably buried right out in back here. The cabin is slowly going back into the ground. You take this another part of one over here that's probably a little further into the ground. But it's surprising how wood does last up in this part of the country, that even though they set it right on top of the ground and the base log is just sitting right there, and heck, the cabin may last 50, 75 years, even with a sod roof. Wood don't rot very fast up here. Somebody's happy homestead years ago. Maybe a whole family grew up here, for all we know.
What was that, 1977 we came up and it was standing
Yeah, the roof was still
up,
still on
pretty
it
good.
then.
Even 85 when Bob and Josie came, they were still pretty good.
But she's going.
Yeah. This is the section of the Richardson Highway that we live on, or at, for 3 years. The highway was rebuilt in 1987, the year that we moved out, but you still got a lot of that permafrost areas, and it's really rough.
The road's just falling apart again. It's all permafrost on this whole section of the state. It's kind of difficult to build roads over areas like that. Keep going out and shifting. And in fact, there's their old cabin right there. We'll stop.
Okay, I missed it.
Well, there's the old cabin. Lived there for, well, about 3 years, I guess.
$10 a month.
Yeah, kind of miss the old place, but boy, this was mosquito heaven around here. Kind of like where we are right now. We like it up there. Not many mosquitoes. That's all that remains of the old sourdough roadhouse. Apparently it burned last winter sometime. I don't know if they're going to rebuild or not. That was one of the old original roadhouses on the Richardson Trail. And back about 1980, they rebuilt it, put some new beams underneath it, put on the register of the National Landmarks or something, the
Historical site.
historical site, whatever. We're doing quite a business here, I thought. But
Yeah, it's all gone. Another part of history gone.
June 7th. Nice, bright, sunny day, nice and warm, and just fantastic. Maybe it's a good day to go for a swim. Look how clear this water is here. Crystal clear. This is Summit Lake. Boy, just dive right in there. You get the shock of your life. You look right out there and the ice is just going out. Actually, this is kind of early for the ice going out. Usually it's about the middle of June before it leaves Summit. We're just heading up through the Alaska mountain range right now. This is actually part of the beginning of the Gulkana River. The salmon come right up to this lake to spawn. And
We're about 3,000 foot elevation.
okay, so we're really not that high. But even the hills around here still get snow patches, and we're still going up a little bit higher, so there'll be more snow up in these hills. I call them hills. They're only 3,000 or 4,000, 5,000 foot. And like when it comes to lakes too, you get right down to it, Alaska has, they claim, about 3 million lakes. And 2 million of these are over 20 acres in size, so there are quite a few lakes around. Not bragging about them, they're just here, that's all. And this is the top end of Summit Lake, and you can see the hills around here have a little more snow on them. In fact, as you look right up in the valley right up here is the Gulkana Glacier. And we haven't been up to it, but there is a dam up there that they put in back in the 50s or 60s sometime. Because the silty water from the river used to run down into Summit Lake, then come down all the way to the Gulkana River. And kind of ruined some of the salmon fishing and some of the spawning grounds. So they diverted the water from the glacier and they sent it northward, down the Delta River to the north instead of coming down this way. So that's why this lake now is clear as a bell. Up in that valley up there used to be one of the pipeline camps when they were building the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. That camp was dismantled about 1985 or so. And see, here we helped two other couples. We went up there and we salvaged quite a bit of plywood out of there, and 2x4s and insulation and windows and building material, and that's part of our house now. So the price was $0. So we didn't have to spend too much money on the house.
Just a lot of hard work.
Oh, it's a little work. Someday we're gonna climb up there in the glacier. Maybe.
There is a trail.
Yeah, get on the trail. As we're coming down through the Alaska Range, you'll see the pipeline here and there, and some places buried and some places above ground. And this spot right here just happens to be above ground. But see, we're underneath the river here, she's buried fairly deep. Apparently there's no permafrost here, so they can get away with burying it. It's up through these hills that get up on top. There is frost up there, so they have to put it up in pipes. Even the support pipes have a cooling system built in. It's been quite a job building that. A lot of man hours and a lot of effort just putting the road cross country to get supplies through.
800 miles.
Right now we're coming up onto what they call the Rainbow Mountains. And they call them rainbow on account of the different types of gravel that are flowing down over the side there. Some have minerals in it, so it gives it different colors. On a bright sunny day it really stands out. It's just that part of Alaska. fact, we can usually see doll sheep up in them hills here at certain times of the year, but really haven't seen them yet this year.
Well, here we are walking through the forest. And this is a big burl. We're not taking that one. But this is an area where there are some burls on the trees, and this is where we get them for the porch and post and whatever. We're looking for a couple of posts for the back porch. Oh, the mosquitoes. Actually, the burls are a disease on the trees, and that's what creates the growth. And eventually they just die off. But this is the time of year to get them because they do peel quite easy. We can get two out of that one. Dust that comes out of that tree, that's because we're not too far from the Canada River and the dust goes. Measure. But from the wind blowing so much and blowing the dust off the river, it catches all up in the trees. So they're really dusty, even if they're way up high.
Well, we got them home and decided to peel them right away. So I peeled both of them there probably in about, 10-15 minutes probably. They peel easy this time of year. You look at a burl like that, they come in all shapes. You'll find sometimes a burl growing on top of a burl. They just use as decoration around porches and, for a post somewhere. I know they're supposed to be good luck or something else. Anyway, they're kind of pretty. We've done the whole back porch with them. Front railing here, we've got a few in here. People have been using these for years up here to, like I say, just for good luck or something. They always got some burls kicking around the house. They're kind of different.
Well, hope you've enjoyed the presentation tonight of our home videos, and we'd like you to join us again for the next schedule, whatever it will be.
If you did enjoy them, well, that's good. And maybe let somebody know. Usually we make this trip every year, and there are some beautiful scenes out there that we'd like to kind of share with other people. So if you enjoyed them, well, tell somebody about it, or us, or whatever. We'll take more.
Thank you.